Welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. I'm joined by the Stiff Brownie, Sergeant Justin, our security, and our intern Jamie, and I'm the dirtbag. Once again, go to our website, hbunfilteredsportstalk.com, and check out our merchandise and support us any way you can. And please stop with the death threats.
Yeah, we don't have Saudi money either. So
yeah, we're trying to make money, and now I'm even paying more to have security here. So let's try to get a hold of this. Let's talk about UEFA.
Yeah, huge game.
Huge game. Man City, Inter Milan.
Championship.
I think, obviously, it looks like a landslide that Man City's just going to win this. Does Inter Milan have any chance?
I don't believe so.
All right. Thank you for watching our show.
Yeah.
Man City.
I also like the over under 2.5 because I think they are going to score.
Yeah, it's going to be like 4-1 Man City.
Man City right now is a minus 225 favorite and 550 plus 550 for Inter Milan. So that is pretty telling right there. And you can get it on the cheap by doing a goal differential if you want, but make sure when you are betting the game, because this happens all the time in soccer, that it says regulation plus extra time. Because if it's just regulation and they're tied, there is a draw that you can pick and you will lose.
Yes.
So make sure that when you bet, especially if your bookie doesn't have it, they may have it. You just got to search for it because they don't really want you betting that way.
Yeah, read the rules.
Yep.
Read the rules. Don't come crying.
Yep. So over, and we're taking Man City, and it starts at 12:30, right? Our time? 12 o'clock for the pregame, whatever it is.
Yeah, Saturday. Places will be packed. It's going to be fun. A good place locally is Old World.
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
That place gets a little crazy.
We also got the Harp, and My Place should be going off.
Yeah.
My Place Sports Bar.
My Place Sports Bar. OCB Sports Room.
Yeah.
Max Sports Grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just pumping up all the HB local establishments. Hopefully they start sponsoring us.
What does Sarge feel about the game? How does he like it?
So we're gonna go to Sergeant Justin and get to have his take on Man City versus Inter Milan.
Speak up, because we don't have you on mic. So
I believe the citizens are going to crush. They're going to have to. Inter Milan's going to have to either frustrate the hell out of them and work them to a draw, and hope that it works out in their favor. But Man City and Pep should stomp them.
During the break, you did say that they're just much better coached, Man City.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so coaching does matter at the premier level here.
Premier level, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Should we just dive right into baseball real quick?
Yeah, we got to go into the baseball. I know you've been hot lately with your picks, so why don't you just tell everybody how to make money?
Well, here's who's hot, and here's who's not, I should say. Let's start with the who's not. It's Oakland, Kansas City, Detroit Tigers, Chicago White Sox, and I just added the New York Yankees. And I don't normally like the New York Yankees being cold, but they've just lost Judge for quite some time, and it's crazy how much that guy is the glue. It's almost like Justin Turner was for the Dodgers, because when he would go out, like the whole offense would just
it crumbles and changes because it puts too much pressure on Stanton. Stanton's going to strike out quite a bit. I wish you could bet on that. 3 strikeouts a game.
Correct. Well,
one homer, 3 strikeouts.
I know that I've been picking on Oakland, and they just won 2 off of the Pittsburgh Pirates. That is not going to continue to happen, so do not worry.
No, it will change, and I'm not even calling them Oakland anymore. It is the Vegas A's.
Yeah. And the two series this weekend that I really like before we get to the hot teams is Boston at New York again. I know it's a rivalry, but unless it's Garrett Cole throwing for the New York Yankees, I would bet Boston in this series. And then the hottest team in baseball is the Texas Rangers right now, and they're at Tampa Bay. I can't wait to see this series.
I'm glad you brought this up, man. DeGrom. This is why I'm so happy the Dodgers did not pay this pitcher who constantly gets hurt. Once again, he tore his UCL. He now needs Tommy John
for
surgery.
A second time.
At least the guy understands the momentum of being lost for the Rangers and how good they're playing.
Sure.
He was crying.
Yeah, it was a tough watch.
He's disappointed that he's disappointing his teammates, the city of Texas. He just signed a 5-year,
$185
million.
Their
this is
good.
Rangers are awesome. and it's going to play in. Now the Rangers are a little vulnerable. They don't have their ace
Sure.
to look after them. So, but I'm once again I'm just glad that the Dodgers didn't fork over almost $200 million for a guy that's old. I mean, he's breaking down.
Well, when he's healthy, he's arguably
yes,
the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course, but he's just getting injured too much. This is what happens. This is why Artie Moreno and the Angels do not pay pitchers, because they get hurt. He does not believe in paying. Well, this is why he doesn't make the playoffs either. So it goes hand in hand. But, dude, I don't even know what to say.
Well, what I can tell you is this: I've been told that DeGrom is an excellent clubhouse guy. Even if he has a surgery and they do make the playoffs, I think he'll be there. I even think he'll be in the dugout.
Well, yeah, he's now a coach.
Yeah, he's always kind of stuck around. Even when he was with the Mets and he was ailing or whatnot. So.
Yeah.
But getting to the hot teams, Texas is obviously hot. I don't like them this weekend because they are at Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay is equally as hot. So I would probably stay off that series.
Tampa Bay's so good.
I love Arizona. Diamondbacks are playing great, especially if Mike Kelly or Mr. Gallen is throwing. They're at Detroit, so get yourself some Diamondback love.
Yes.
Baltimore on fire versus Kansas City this weekend. I love that.
Royals stink.
Atlanta Braves, they're I believe at home. I don't even know who they're playing. Doesn't matter. They're going to win by a landslide. And then I love the Miami Marlins versus the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox just can't get out of their own way. They got no pitching. They can't hit. Then they can't field the baseball. It's just a total dumpster fire over there.
Yeah. What about Anderson at shortstop comparing himself to Jackie Robinson?
Yeah.
Not so much, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like Donaldson was right. Shouldn't have got suspended.
Yep.
He nailed it.
So just to recap, Arizona, Baltimore, Atlanta, Miami. Teams you want to bet against: Oakland, Kansas City, Detroit, Chicago White Sox, and my Yankees.
Okay. White Sox, hey, this is a good time to turn it over to our intern. I know she's got something on the White Sox, but she's also got a couple things that have happened in this day in sports. So let's turn it over to her.
I do. So on this day in sports history, June 7th, specifically MLB history, in the 1966 MLB draft, the New York Mets decided to pass on Reggie Jackson, instead securing Antelope Valley High School catcher Steve Chilcott. In 1980, Tommy John wins his 200th 3-0 on a two-hitter. 1982, LA Dodger Steve Garvey is fifth to play in 1,000 consecutive games. And in 1982, the New York Mets draft Dwight Gooden, Roger McDowell, and Randy Myers.
All in the same draft class?
Wow. That's pretty solid right there.
They did well. And recently, the White Sox played the Tigers. The game ended 2-1. White Sox won, but all three runs were on three wild pitches, the first time ever MLB game.
In the history of baseball. Wow.
That-
Did you see those?
Yeah, dude, what an unbelievable game. I just love how the took the winning run right off the dome.
Right off the dome. It could not have been further inside. This catcher had either T-Rex arms or was expecting like a curveball, and this guy just got high heat straight to the mask.
No, I think it was the catcher's way of telling the ump you missed some calls, and that's called payback. You might want to get those strikes and balls called correctly.
Nothing's worse than watching a really bad baseball game, and then that takes place, and your buddy Ronnie Jones, my buddy, turns next to me and goes, "I just won that player." I'm like, "Oh my God, why are you on that game?"
Yeah, why are you betting such a terrible game?
He's like, "Doesn't matter, we won."
What loser's going to come out ahead? I mean, seriously, two losing teams, and that's how all three runs are wild pitches.
I'll never forget. I look straight at him. I go, "Wait, you bet that game?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "We won." I go, "Fist pump."
Took the under too.
Oh, speaking of unders, I'm absolutely horrible when it comes to betting on Cleveland sports.
Yeah.
And I bet on the over this past weekend, Sunday. I was on fire last week. There were so many units getting crushed. I was just on fire. So Sunday I roll in, win the first two games. I got this round robin going on, parlay. I'm going to make some serious jack on a Sunday, which is hard to do for some reason for me. And I took over in Cleveland. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know who won, but there was only 3 runs scored. It was 2-1. So I'm now officially 12 and 188 betting on Cleveland sports. So anybody that hears me say anything about
Just go the
Cleveland, just
opposite.
definitely fade me.
Yeah, just go the opposite. They're no longer the Indians, man. They're the Guardians. Stop betting on the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't bet on Guardians. I bet on Indians and
Yes.
San Diego Chargers
Indians, San Diego Superchargers, huh?
and the Redskins.
Dude,
Or the
hey,
Potatoes.
Now that you just brought up San Diego Chargers, what in the hell are the Chargers doing by not just giving Herbert his money?
It's not the Chargers, okay? So there's two entities in the Chargers organization. There's the Chargers as a whole, and then there's the Spanos family. And they are the cheapest motherfuckers on the face of the planet. I swear to God, I've never seen somebody nickel and dime, a bit, like just talent. Like
Yeah.
back in the day when we had, for Schottenheimer, we go 14-2. Not good enough. We lost
Right.
first round. They fired, the Spanos family fires them. It's like,
Right.
dude, best coach we've ever had.
Yes.
Then we lose Drew Brees.
Disconnected.
Oh,
Ready
okay.
to connect.
Audio.
Yeah.
We got a new background when
Yeah,
I say
sweet.
Spanos.
Sweet, that was our intro.
So then we lose Drew Brees, we lose Vincent Jackson, Sean Merriman, LT because we don't want to re-sign him after he just had like an MVP year.
Yeah, why would you want to do that?
Let's see, who are the other Sproles? Who was
Junior Seau?
Michael Turner? Was that the little guy that went to Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, every single freaking time we've got awesome assets. It's
Right.
like, nah, we'll just draft another person because we go 8-8. We end up with the 17th pick and we take another
They're
freaking
the
receiver.
Moneyball. They're the Oakland A's of
Oh
the
man, it's so
NFL.
frustrating.
Yeah, that's
Pay the man his money. What does he have to prove?
Dude, Herbert, you can already tell the guy is
Superstar.
No, he's a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already broken some record. He's right there behind Mahomes. He just doesn't have enough talent around him because, like you said, they don't pay.
Well, I can tell you this: I saw their little pride logo
Ready
come
to
out,
connect.
and I might have to find a new team. I might end up being a Raiders fan because the Raiders don't stand for that shit.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow!
there's no
you
pride-
are going
there's
to
no-
go
there's-
from Chargers to the Raiders.
They don't do pride.
Yeah.
They don't do pride in themselves. They don't do gay pride. They don't do any of it. They don't want LGBT community anywhere around them.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's where I'm at.
That's
I'm starting to get real furious about this.
Hey, you always
Should we
go
go?
on.
Should we go on a rant?
Hey, it's your time, player.
I
Go-
love
go-
every. I
go-
love
go.
every time.
It's time for you to go on your Tourette's little episode. Let's do this. Go.
No, it's okay.
Rant City.
Just Chargers. Don't be like Target and Anheuser-Busch and Ford with their little truck that they tried to do.
This is why they can't pay Herbert. They're right now they're gonna lose millions. this is what's gonna happen. There you go. Dude, we've already lost millions.
Yeah, we're gonna lose. I mean, dude, they're. If correct me if I'm wrong. Are they even paying rent at SoFi, or was it $1?
Yeah.
What was the contract? And then Kroenke came back to him and said, "Hey, the facility is costing me $500 million more. Can you just chip in a little something extra?" And the guy's like, "No." Spanos is like, "No."
He's raising his rent every year, just like they're raising the rent on every person living in Inglewood. They're forcing out the riffraff. They're gonna try to turn it into like a Beverly Hills. Inglewood's gonna be the next Beverly Hills. Can you imagine?
They gotta do
Do
something.
it. Hey, and Do It Dome's gonna be ready next year.
Oh, really?
The Clippers' new arena. This thing's. I don't know why I know this, but it's gonna have the most bathrooms of any arena.
Oh, it's Bomber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
spares no expense.
you don't have to stand in line and miss a whole quarter just to go use the restroom and get a hot dog.
Love it. I can't wait.
Sweet.
Anything else you want to touch on?
Not really. I mean, other than we got to bring up the NBA and the NHL. But
Oh yeah, we got that. We got the playoff game tonight.
yeah. So we got the playoff game tonight. Miami really stepped up and came back strong in Game 2.
Well, we called it. Did we not? We called Game 1.
Yes. Oh, you nailed it. By
Yeah.
the way, I mean you were literally off 1 point. I think you said
105.92, and it was 104.93.
Yeah, dude, you absolutely crushed that. It was Denver and the
And
under.
then I said Game 2. At some point, Miami's going to have to steal a game in Denver to get home court advantage so that people
Yeah.
watch. And if they do it in Game 2, people are going to watch this series, and the series is going to be good.
Yeah, that new noodle arm Serb, man, you can't stop that guy.
Can't
41
stop.
points, dude. He just looks so unathletic, and he just throws everything up. You know, it's like a slingshot, and it goes in.
Who do you like tonight? Lines 3.
Man, I want to take Miami so bad. I think they get Hero back tonight too. But knowing me, because I want Miami, they played well. They're at home now.
You're getting three and a half right now.
I'm gonna take Denver because that's how betting goes. If I take Miami, I would lose, so I'm gonna go Denver.
Over under's 213.5. I feel like Jimmy Buckets is gonna throw down. Him and his team are gonna have at least 113 points themselves. So can Denver keep up with them? I like the over.
I don't know, but I've been hearing reports about Jimmy Buckets. This could be it for him. He's really thinking about retiring after this
if he wins
series. He's still young.
Well, Dame Lillard just came out today and said that he would like to go to Miami in a hypothetical trade situation. Which anytime an NBA player says, hypothetically speaking, if I were to get traded, these are the teams I want to go to.
God, is this the way you?
He's already
is
thought about it.
Is this the way you maneuver yourself around tampering?
Yeah, he's already thought about it. So can you imagine Jimmy Buckets in Dame time?
Hypothetical situations. Our co-star keeps talking over here. I don't know what's going on. We got lighting problems.
So you like Denver minus 3.5 on the road?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm going Denver. I think they bounce back, but I would love to see Miami win.
I'm up 2 units on you. You know that, right?
Yeah.
In our
I owe you $2.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Miami plus 3.5.
Do you take Apple or Cash App?
No, it's like Trading Places. Remember the old movie with Dan Aykroyd?
Yes. Oh, I know. $1 Valentine. By the way, that $2 will come over $1 at a time because I don't want to get taxed on it. I got to keep it under the threshold.
I love it. And
So,
where are we at with the NHL?
We're gonna actually take a break and we're gonna come back. We'll be back in Chuck Woolery 2-2.